Hello, and welcome to Harvest Girls International All Girls Matter Self-Esteem Academy. I am your lead facilitator, Miss Nichelle, and I will be leading your class today on Be Beautiful. What does that mean? I don't even know what I'm doing. My mom signed me up for this. What's going on? Well, hopefully, by the time this is over, you will have had a good time and you'll understand and you'll have learned something. So, with this video, you got a worksheet. Should look like this. And hopefully you have that by your side. And I hope that you have also a notebook or a piece of paper to take notes, because there's a lot of information that you're going to get in this short little spurt of time. So let's get started. What we're going to talk about today is being you and being true to you and confidence and how that all kind of works together. So let's get started. Let's be you. See how that worked? All right. So when you are 100% you, you are doing things that make you happy, that make you feel good, that you really enjoy doing. So think about what you do now, and are you doing things that basically make other people happy or check things off of a list, or are you doing things that you really like? Now, take into account, we understand that as young women, there are things you have to do. Okay, you have to go to school. You may not like that. You have to do your chores. You may not like that. I don't like doing chores. You have to do homework. There are certain things you have to do that you may not like. But after all that is done, you still have some you time. So in your you time, what are you doing? And are they things that you like to do or that you have to do? So let's kind of dig into that. So when you're listening to yourself, when you're listening to that little voice inside of you above anybody else, you hear your confidence. And you know that because you shine when you do it. What does that mean, Miss Nichelle? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't worry, we'll get there. Okay, so kind of looking at your worksheet. We're going to get into that a little bit bigger. So first of all, let's figure out who you are, because you don't know yet what we're talking about, right? So let's start with your values. And what are values? Well, values are the things that you believe, things that matter to you most, that make you who you are and determine how you act. So I gave some examples in the sheet that you have in front of you. So hopefully you were able to print it or look at it on your computer while we're going through this. So some examples of your values are honesty, gratitude, faith, wisdom, courage, creativity, encouraging, compassion, family, determination, love, loyalty, positivity, integrity. And I even left some blanks so you could write some things in. So when you look at those values, which of them jump out to you? Like, which of them are important to you? So when I look at this, things that are important to me, for example, are creativity. It's very important to me that I have time to be creative. My family is very important to me. Love is important to me, and positivity are important to me. Because I don't want to be around somebody that's a Debbie Downer. Make sense? So I want you to take a quick second and looking at the worksheet, circle things that jump out to you, things that are important to you, things that you value. Okay, so when you think of values, it's things you believe. It can also, most people think of value or your valuables as things that you have, that you touch, that are, like if there was a fire, things you would run in and grab. These are your belief system. So go ahead and circle the things that are your values, things that are important to you. And if they're not written on there already, go ahead and write them in, okay? Now, adding on to your values, we're going to talk about your strengths, because what we're doing is finding you and we're building your confidence as we go. This is so awesome, you guys. So when we think about your strengths, like a lot of people think, you think strength, and you think, oh, an amazing muscle person, somebody that's really powerful, very strong. But your strengths are determined in another way. So there's 3 things that really break down your strengths, okay? And they're not on your worksheet, so take a quick listen to me. So part one of something that's a strength to you. You're pretty good at it, or you have a skill at it. Okay? That's something that's a strength to you. That's part of it. Part two, you're passionate about it. Nobody has to tell you to do it. Okay? And part three, it brings you joy. You could do this thing all day long. You lose track of time when you're doing it. So you're good at it, you're passionate about it, and it brings you joy. Those three things make up a strength. Now, think of those things, those three things. Brings you joy, you're passionate about it, meaning you love to do it. You could do it all day long. Nobody has to tell you to do it. And you're pretty good at it, or you have some type of skill. And write those things down. Your true strengths. So when I think about my true strengths, one of them is organization. I love organizing things. You guys, I watch HGTV and the organizing shows all the time. I watch organizing shows on YouTube, and not just watch them. When I'm watching them, I'm organizing our home. I'm doing stuff. I have to organize, and I have the containers, and I'm organizing things. When something's out of an organized state, it freaks me out. So organization is one of my strengths. I can take something that's unorganized and organize it. Being a schedule, being items, whatever. I could do it all day long. Nobody has to tell me to do it. Nobody has to ask me to do it. I see it and I just gravitate towards it. That's one of my strengths. One of yours may be cheerleading. You could cheerlead all day long. Nobody has to tell you to do it. Cheerleading practice can be over and you go home and you're in your room and you are going at it for hours because that is your jam. That's okay. That's a strength. So write down a few of your strengths. But remember, to be a strength, it has to meet all three things. Again, you're pretty good at it, or you have a skill at it. It brings you joy. You lose track of time when you're doing it. And you're passionate about it. That makes up a strength. So go ahead and write that down in the strength part of your sheet. And it could even be something that you've learned to do well. It doesn't have to be something that's natural to you. It could be something you've learned to do and you've fallen in love with it and you just can do it all the time. Now, social media does not count as a strength. Just going to tell you that right now. Texting your friends, not a strength. Sorry. So if you wrote that down, cross it out. Okay? All right. Moving on. Things that are strengths to you, things that meet all three of those categories, have been determined by scientists as the definition of true happiness. Isn't that awesome? So something that brings you joy, you're naturally good at it or have learned it, and it brings you passion, and you could do it and lose track of time, is one of the definitions of happiness, according to scientists. Pretty cool. Okay, so I want you to go a little deeper into this. Going back still to your strengths, if you're still struggling. So things that make you feel good while you're doing them. It gives you energy. When something gives you energy, you get excited, okay, when it's time to do it. Makes you happy. You do it a lot on your own. Nobody has to remind you to do it. It's the kind of thing you notice in the world. Like for me, organization, when I go to someone's house and I say, go to their kitchen and they're like, oh, get a cup over there for water. And I open their cabinet. I'm like, oh, I love your cabinets if they're really organized. It's something I notice on my own. And things that make you excited. Okay, so if you're struggling with strengths, that's an extra help. Okay, moving on. I know I get excited about strengths. Okay, so values and strengths connected. This is where your confidence comes in. And this is why we did those first two parts and why they're important. You're probably like, why are we doing this? This doesn't even make any sense. So I want you to take just a couple of seconds and look at some of the things that you circled or wrote in for values and a couple of the things that you wrote in for strengths and see if they connect. Okay, I'm going to share an example with you. So one of my things that was very, very important to me, meaning it was a value, was creativity. One of my strengths is organization. You're like, what? I use my creative side when I'm organizing, meaning I can take a shoebox and use that to organize video games for my son. Or I can take an empty, even an Amazon box, spray paint it, and make it into something totally different. So I get to use my creative side, which is one of my values. It's very important to me, as a strength. So I feel very confident in that ability. Well, how does that make me confident, Miss Nichelle? Okay. So let's say one of your values is honesty. And one of your strengths is sharing, let's say, sharing with the community. You could use your honesty and your sharing with the community in doing community service, in collecting goods for the community, in creating your own community network to be able to give back, say, to the homeless or to people in need. You can tie those things together, and that is an ability that you are very confident that you can handle well. Do you see how that works? So your values and your strengths work together because those are abilities that you have, and those boost your confidence. Confidence is like a muscle, and you have to keep working it. And the more you work it and the better you get at it, the stronger your confidence works. It's almost like a scale. Now, normally girls, I know for me, I won't say for everybody, when I step on the scale, I don't want the number to go up. But when I step on my confidence scale, I want it to go up because I want to keep getting better. I want to be more confident because what I don't want is to blend in, because there's only one me, and I need to be the best possible me that I can be. There's only one you, and there needs to be the best possible you that you can be. You go to the zoo. Just think of this. You go to the zoo. There's a pack of zebras standing there. They all blend in together, right? But if there's a horse and a pack of zebras, what do you notice? The horse, because it's different, right? You want to be that horse. You want to be different because you want to stand out. Why? Because you are different. You're unique. There's only one you. You're amazing. You're incredible. You're remarkable. That's your superpower to the world. And so as we keep working your muscle, your confidence goes up, and then you're that horse that's more and more confident, that can walk past the zebras and say, look at me, I'm a horse, I'm unique. I don't care that I don't fit in, whatever. Okay? All right, moving on. Sorry. So excited. I love this topic. I love it. All right. So one thing that you have to do, and I talked about working that muscle, even people that we think are super amazing still have to work their muscle. So think about your Beyonce. If you've ever watched a Beyonce video, she does not walk on stage and immediately do that dance. She works hours, weeks, days. I mean, she is putting in the work, because you have to put in work to build that confident muscle, to build that ability to be the best at your craft, to be the best you, right? There's only one Beyonce. Serena and Venus Williams. They don't just walk out on the tennis court and go, I'm here, let's go. They've played for years to be the best them. You have to practice your craft to be the best you, okay? All right, so no matter what you're doing, no matter what your values and your strengths are and how they tie together, use them to be you. I want to show you something real quick. So I have these cookie cutters. We made Valentine's cookies. These were the only ones I could find really, really quickly. If I tried to make, so this is an E. Oops. If I tried to make an E-shaped cookie on my own without a cookie cutter, Do you think I could do it? Maybe. Possibly. I don't think I could, honestly. I may be able to do one or two, but they are not going to look the same every single time unless I use this cookie cutter, okay? When you were made, there was not a cookie cutter to create you. There's only one you. You were not made with a cookie cutter. You were made freeform because you're amazingly you. That's why you have to be you. I want to give you one acronym before we wrap up for the day. Okay, so you might want to flip your paper over to write this. I hope you do. An acronym, for those of you that are younger, I know we have some younger people tuning in as well, is a word that's spelled out. So for example, I'm going to use the acronym BU. So you might want to write out the letters from my shirt, BEYOU, write them going down the page. And I'm going to give you a word for each letter. Okay? And that word is going to spell something, or that phrase is going to give you something amazing. Okay? So B, for the B, I want you to write, be true to your gut and follow your heart. Meaning, follow doing the things that feel good to you. Follow your strengths, follow your abilities, follow your confidence muscle, and keep working it every day, every single day. Be true to your gut, be true to you. For the E, embrace your gifts, your strengths, and your abilities. Don't downplay what you can do. If you're a smarty girl, embrace it. Don't downplay your grades because other people around you may not be getting the best grades like you. Don't try to, blend in and, oh, I didn't get a good grade, sorry. No, embrace it. You are smart, you are amazing, you are powerful. Embrace your gifts. If you are a great track star, embrace it. You're amazing. You are powerful. If you are a great pageant queen, if you are a great gymnast, embrace it. Embrace it. Don't be really cocky and rude about it, but embrace it. Be excited for yourself. Cheer on yourself. Sometimes you have to cheer on yourself. Okay? Why? So moving to the why. You are one of a kind. Never forget that. There is only one you. Don't waste your time trying to fit into a mold like everybody else because you're one of a kind. There's only one you. There's only one them. I'm not going to break my neck trying to be Beyonce. I think she's amazing. I love watching her dance. I love hearing her sing. I can't do it. Well, one, I'm not a singer. Let's just get that out there. I can dance, but not like her. But I'm not going to waste my time trying to be her. She's there. There's only one. But I can be the best Nichelle ever. Ever. And you can be the best you ever. Okay. Oh, own it. Own it. Own everything about you. Own your power. Own your values. Own your strengths. And do not be shy about them. Ever. Ever. Own it. Say, this is who I am. Not everyone's going to love you. Not everyone's going to be excited about you. Not everyone's going to cheer you on. Miss Nichelle will. Harvest Girls will. The All Girls Matter Self-Esteem Academy will. Because we want you to be the best you. And we applaud you. We support you. And your true friends will too. Okay? You're a unicorn. Unicorns are unique. They are amazing. You talk about a unicorn and you think this amazing, majestic creature. No one's ever seen one. But you are an amazing, majestic, powerful creature. So you fly high with all of your unique abilities, strengths, and confidence. I don't want you blending in with the zebras, and I don't even want you blending in with the horses. I want you to be that amazing superstar unicorn that you are, okay? I want you to be amazing. I want you to be powerful, And I want you to be empowered, and you own it, girl, because you are incredible. And we are on this Be You movement, and I want you to be the best you that you can be. You know why? Because you are beautiful. And I am so proud of you. I thank you for tuning in today. I have one more thing for you. If you will return your worksheet, okay, one of you will win one of these shirts, and we will announce it, and I will ship it to your house. And I'm so excited to have you. Please sign up for next month. Please return your worksheet. You're amazing. You're beautiful. You're powerful. Have a great day, ladies.